So the last question here is number 7, where we're going to reflect the figure across the y-axis, then rotate it 180 degrees about the origin. And we're going to draw both images. So we need to get both images here. So if you're using patty paper and you reflect this first on your patty paper, and then you go to rotate it and you only draw the final image, that's not doing what we're asking. We need both images here. So the first thing we're going to do is reflect across our y-axis. So our y-axis is this vertical axis, up and down. So we're going to kind of fold this over that y-axis. Now if you look at point C is an easy one since point C is on our y-axis. It's going to stay there. So this is where C prime is going to be. C and C prime at the same spot. But for A and B, to get A prime and B prime, they're going to kind of flip-flop sides because A is one box from that line of reflection. So A prime will be one more on the opposite side, to the right of this axis. But B prime is already on the right. We're going to fold it back across to the left. So we're going to go left 1, 2 till we hit that line of reflection, and go 1, 2 more on the other side for B prime. Now this is why using different colors is going to be helpful, because as you can see, our pre-image and our image are kind of overlapping each other. So it might be a good idea to kind of color code that difference. To get our pre-image and image drawn. Now we're going to rotate this 180 degrees about the origin. So again, when we're doing our rotations, the first thing we want to do is get those coordinates that we have to rotate. So A prime, B prime, C prime. Looks like A prime is right 1 up 2, so 1, 2. Looks like B prime is left 2 up 3, so -2, 3. And C prime is at 0, 0. That is our origin. It's a nice point for us. All right, so now let's talk about this rotation, 180 degrees. Again, drawing a clock or drawing your Ferris wheel. If we're starting up at the top and we go 180 degrees, notice how it doesn't say clockwise or counterclockwise. Again, that's because 180 degrees, we're going to end up at the bottom both directions. And when we end up on the bottom, there is no switcherooing. On the bottom, we are just negating both. Just negate both. Alright, so our A double prime, because now this is the second transformation we're doing. So A prime becomes A double prime. We are just negating both, no switcherooing. So that 1 becomes a -1, that 2 becomes a -2. B double prime, just negate both. So that -2 becomes a +2, and that +3 becomes a -3. And C double prime, that's a nice one, 0, 0, stays 0, 0, because we don't negate a 0. 0 is just 0 on its own. So now we got our double prime coordinates, but it says we need to draw both images. So we need to draw this final image after the rotation. So A double prime is at -1, -2. So left 1, down 2. Again, I'm using a different color now. Here's my A double prime. Let's fix that up. A double prime. Made the same mistake. Double prime. B double prime is at +2, -3. So right 2, down 3. There's our B double prime. And C double prime is still here at 0, 0. So C double prime. So now we've got our pre-image and our two images that are drawn on the graph. All right, so now you can go ahead and try out 7b on your own. 7b.